Good morning everyone and welcome back to my channel. As you can probably tell, I am in an excellent mood this morning. I am just feeling so positive. The sun is shining. I've just had the loveliest morning coffee, just watching the sun rise. The weather's starting to get a little bit warmer and February is just going like that. I feel like it happens every single year. January lasts a lifetime. Like I literally feel like I've lived an entire year within the space of 1 month in January. It drags, everyone finds it so long, and then the second we get to February, it's like time just suddenly hits the throttle and it just goes so fast. It goes in an absolute flash. Like Valentine's is literally a week away. I cannot believe how close we are to Valentine's, and Valentine's is basically halfway through February, which basically means that we're almost in spring because we're almost in March, and I cannot believe how quickly it is going, but I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. I am absolutely loving having slightly longer days, slightly warmer days. It just feels a little bit brighter, a little bit lighter. You guys know I'm so affected by the weather, by the temperatures, by everything going on around me. Like I'm very much affected by my surroundings, so when it starts to get a little bit lighter and brighter, I feel like I get a little bit brighter in myself. So I'm in an excellent mood. I'm also in a good mood because I'm loving my makeup today. I don't know if you're gonna be able to tell, but I've done it slightly differently. Speaking of Valentine's, we are actually heading away for a lovely romantic staycation this weekend. So I've been doing a little bit of a practice run for my kind of like Valentine's makeup, my like day-to-day makeup, because it's going to be one of those where we're kind of away for the whole weekend. So I don't want to do like a full-on glam makeup for the evening, or you know, have no makeup on during the day. I just want to have a really lovely soft romantic look, and I'm loving the makeup that I have done today. I've actually been using some new products from my favorite brand, Bobbi Brown. I literally tried and tested them this morning and I'm so happy with how they've turned out. You know, when it just like sits on your skin so beautifully. I'm really happy with the foundation, with the products that I've used, and you guys know how much I adore Bobbi Brown as a brand. It really is such a nostalgic one for me. I know we spoke about this at Christmas time during Vlogmas, but Bobbi Brown was the first makeup brand that I ever used. Like I was 12 years old, I remember. My mum got me the Bobbi Brown makeup manual for my birthday because I begged for it. Literally begged for it. And it's so funny when I look back because I do think, wow, 12 was really young. And I do remember her really umming and ahhing whether to get me the book. But actually, I think it was really beneficial because I studied that book through and through. I learned techniques. I learned what to apply. I learned what was good, what was bad. So I was never one of those girls at school that had like orange lines. I didn't know how to like blend in my foundation. So Bobbi Brown really does hold such a special place in my heart, and I'm loving the new product. So I thought I would show you what I've been using because I feel like this has made a really perfect, just like lovely base, a lovely romantic Valentine's makeup look. So is it really sad that I've literally put the products back in the boxes so that I can show you them as a full unboxing? But first up, the primer. Now this is a primer that I used to use all the time. I loved this and I kind of stopped using it. I think I ran out of it and I just moved on to something else and completely forgot, but it's a beautiful primer. I've noticed that kind of like that real dewy glow is kind of coming out a little bit. Like you just want a bit more of a flawless finish. I wouldn't say it's like matte. I think someone described it as like matte blush is the way to describe the new makeup trend at the moment, and I really like this. I feel like that is exactly what this does. It doesn't mattify your skin, but it just kind of takes away that unnecessary shine, which I really like. And it's also SPF 50, which is perfect for this time of year because I don't really want to use products that have less than SPF 50, but I feel like when it comes to sun cream, I'm not needing like full-on SPF on my skin just yet, because even though it's a little bit brighter, the sun isn't too harsh at the moment. So this is a really nice one. So I used this as my primer, and then foundation wise I used a new foundation which I have never tried before. Hang on, put it back in the box. Full unboxing for you guys. So this is a foundation I've never tried before. This is the Intense Serum Foundation, and I was really intrigued by this because I have never even heard of a serum foundation. I mean, I might be late to the game. It might be something that a lot of you guys have been using, but I myself have never used it. I love cream foundations. I love like oily foundations. I really like it to be really lightweight and almost like putting like water or like moisturizer on your skin. That's the best way to describe how I like my foundation to feel. And this didn't feel how I was expecting it. I'm not gonna lie, I was expecting it to be really oily, really watery, really lightweight, and actually when I started applying it I was like, wow, this is a bit thicker than I was expecting. But I don't know how well the camera is going to pick up on it, but I really do feel like this foundation has just completely smoothed my skin. It's giving me the most gorgeous base, and even though it felt thick applying it, it almost felt like it was blending with your skin. Like it almost felt like the foundation was lightening as you applied it. It was so bizarre. I feel like maybe I need to do a full like routine with you guys so that I can show you myself applying it, because this feels like nothing I've ever tried and it's so beautiful. I don't feel like I've got anything on my skin at the moment. Like, I'm the kind of person that I love taking my makeup off at the end of the day. I often feel at the end of the day that I'm really like a little bit dried out. I feel like the foundation has been sitting on my skin. This, I don't think I'm going to feel like that. And it's also SPF 40, so I technically have SPF 90 on my skin at the moment. Obviously that's not how it works, but yeah, it's really nice to have products that I know have SPF that are going to be protecting my skin as well as beautifying them and giving me the most flawless base. I also just love the packaging. It's so beautiful. Now, I also picked up a new brush. I didn't actually use this one this morning because as I'm feeling it, it feels a little bit not dense enough for me. This is just a full coverage face brush, so I'm not entirely sure if I am going to use it for foundation, but it might be one of those things where I should probably try them together. I know I've spoken about this a lot, but I do feel like when it comes to products that are supposed to be used together, it does change the game. And I discovered that with the YSL Touche Eclat products, the primer and the foundation together changed my life. So maybe I need to apply it with this foundation brush as well. And it will also, because it's like a little bit less dense, it might help just to kind of like even it out a little bit more and kind of make it a little bit less thick. Not entirely sure, but in love. Absolutely in love with that foundation. So yeah, I think I may have found a new favorite. I then of course used a couple of old favorites, the Bobbi Brown concealer and also the shimmer brick, and I am just loving using it. This again, it's a really nice one to create just a little bit of a highlight, not like a sheen though. It doesn't feel like a shine. It doesn't feel like I've got like shiny sparkly cheeks. Like, it just feels like it gives me the beautiful glow. So I used that. And another one to open and unbox, which actually I have been using this for the past 3 months, but I picked up a top up because I know I'm not going to want to live without this. And I need to talk about this actually a little bit because I feel like we've not had a chance to chat about it, and I've had so many questions about my brows. Now, I know around Christmas time we were chatting about a potential microblading journey, maybe looking into like some semi-permanent eyebrow. I haven't actually done that, but I've had so many questions about whether I have, and I actually just think it is this that has made all the difference with my eyebrows. Now, this is the Natural Brow Shaper. Bobbi Brown stopped doing this for a while, I think because they were coming out with this new formula and this new version, because it's a little bit different than it used to be. It used to be a lot like smaller and a lot thicker, and oh my word, the formulation of this is absolutely incredible. Now, I've struggled with my eyebrows for quite a long time. I have quite thick, quite wiry eyebrows, and a lot of the products that are the kind of only things that will hold them are ones that are very, very waxy. They're the ones that have the white residue, and if you're not careful, if you apply your makeup in the dark, you're a little bit heavy-handed, you literally end up with like white streaks in your eyebrows. And on top of that, I felt like it was really, the only way to describe it is my brows felt crispy. They looked lovely, but they felt crispy. And actually, they looked lovely at the start of the day. By the end of the day, I feel like you could see the crispiness on them. This eyebrow product has literally changed my life. It's a little bit smaller, the spoolie, which I really, really like, because I feel like you can be a lot more precise with it, and it's just so fab at holding my brows in place without making them sticky, without making them like stiff and hard, and like, oh, I just did not like the crispiness that I was getting from other brow products. So this is a game changer. Absolutely in love with that. And lastly, my lips. I feel like I have been on the hunt for a new lip product for a really, really long time. Something that's just going to keep my lips really nice and moisturized, but still give them a little hint of color. So this is in the shade Bare Pink, and it's basically the loveliest little lightest, I mean, it looks so light on camera, but it's the lightest, like balmiest lip color that I've ever seen, and it's so, so lovely. So it's really nice just to apply a little bit of that, just to give my lips that slight hint of colour. Like, obviously I really, really like it to have a little bit of colour. I always apply my lip liner anyway, but to have something moisturising, my lips are so dry at the moment and I really want them to be nice and moisturised, so it's nice to keep that in my bag. I can wear it over the top of the lipstick I'm already wearing, and it just keeps my lips nice and hydrated. So that is my kind of updated like date night makeup ready for Valentine's weekend. And speaking of Valentine's, I have some outfits that I want to go through with you guys. I placed a bit of a H&M order of some really gorgeous kind of date night outfit options for my Valentine's weekend. Obviously we're going away for the full weekend, so I want different outfit options for like the different activities we're going to be doing, day, night, the full shebang. So this might help you if you're also looking for some Valentine's outfit ideas, whether that's Valentine's, Galentine's, whatever it is you're doing. If it's day, night, we've got lots of outfits to go through. So let's get into the H&M haul. Okay, I'm going to start with a dress that definitely definitely feels the most me. I feel like if ever we were to show a date night Ellie dress, this is the one. It's this really beautiful black ribbed bodycon dress. Need I say more? Except I will, because it's got a square neckline. I am so in love with this. Look how gorgeous this like scoop neck is. I just fell absolutely in love with this. I feel like this is the perfect like evening date night kind of classic, you know, going out for a meal, cocktail hour, going out for drinks kind of look. It's so beautiful, and it's perfect for this time of year. Obviously Valentine's is quite a tricky one because I feel like it's a difficult time of year to dress. You really are in that transitional period. You're wanting something a little bit warmer, but you're starting to feel the spring vibes. It's not as cold as it was in January, but it's still not as warm as it's going to be in March, so it can be quite a tricky one. And I find these ribbed dresses are so perfect because you can style them up with like knee-high boots to keep your legs warm. You can even put thermals on underneath if it's a really chilly night. You can throw a blazer over the top, a cape, a scarf. There are so many options for these dresses, and I feel like there really is a reason behind the saying you can't go wrong with a little black dress, because they are just so versatile, so perfect. And if you're looking to pick up something that you know you're going to get a lot more wear out of, it's not just going to be a Valentine's thing. You're going to be able to wear it for any date nights, any evenings, any like posh events in the future. This is the dress for you. Oh my goodness me. Can we just take a minute to appreciate this dress? This is the epitome of class, of beauty, and on Valentine's Day, this is exactly what I want to be wearing for our date. We have got a meal booked, which I'm so excited about, and I think this is it. I think I've got my outfit chosen. I mean, look at this neckline. This not giving like Audrey Hepburn vibes, especially with the pearls. I absolutely adore how they look. I feel like your jewellery can really just elevate your date night look and take it from something maybe a little bit mediocre to something so elevated and elegant, and you don't even need to spend a huge amount of money. Like this, these Pandora pearls are so much more affordable than, like, you know, if you were to go to a pearl shop, and I absolutely adore them. They look no different and they are so gorgeous. And actually what I really like about this is they're a bit different because they've got obviously the half gold chain, so if you wanted to be a little bit different you could even do like half chain, half pearl. I really love that, and it just makes it a little bit less like old. It makes it a little bit younger, a little bit fresher. But oh my word, this dress, I love the length of that. Actually, I was expecting it to be a little bit longer, but I'm not mad about the fact that it just hits below the knees. I think that's a really lovely length. I've just paired it with a pair of sock boots, but you could go for anything. You could go for some gorgeous heels. You could go for knee-high boots because I think the overlap might be really sexy. You could also put tights underneath if you were worried about being cold. And I've just paired it up with my little YSL Cassandra, because you would have seen in my last video I put it back, and I'm so excited to have it back. So I definitely have to use this now that I officially have her back in my life. She is definitely my date night bag. I love her so much, and she's the perfect size to pair with a evening dress because she's not too big, she's not too small, and it just looks so lovely together. I feel like I would just throw maybe a blazer over the top, or even a cape would look really nice just for a little bit of extra warmth. But wow, this dress is absolutely beautiful. You guys are going to want to run, not walk, to go and pick it up. We might have another ribbed dress. Honestly, I just can't help myself. When I like something, I like something. And I find these ribbed dresses are just so flattering. They're so easy to wear. They're so comfortable. I could not go on about how much I love these dresses anymore. But this I saw and thought would be the perfect like day dress if you've maybe got a Valentine's where it's going to be something more daytime, whether it's a Valentine's lunch, you're going out for brunch, you're just meeting in town, doing some shopping. This is a perfect one because it's so beautiful, very casual, very pared down. It's the kind of dress that makes you look like you've not made an effort yet somehow looks so pulled together, looks so chic and so styled up. And I feel like it's because of two things. Number one, obviously it's a dress. It's a one piece. Like, you don't have to think about styling trousers with the top, adding a belt. Like, you don't really have to think about too much. And number two, I feel like the stripes are really what elevates this dress. It feels very spring-like, very Parisian chic. I feel like stripes are always in every single spring. They are just so classic and timeless, and I absolutely love them. And I feel like there's lots of different ways that you could style this up or down. If you wore it with trainers, it would be super cash. If you wore it with heel boots, it would be a little bit more elevated and a little bit more evening-esque, which is what I really liked about this dress. I thought this was a perfect one if you've got more of a daytime Valentine's this year.
Well, this dress I absolutely adore. I actually love it a lot more than I thought I was going to. I was not sure what the vibe was going to be once I tried it on, but it is so beautiful. I can't remember what size I picked it up. It's a little bit oversized on me. As you can see, I've got a little bit of room, so I'll leave the size link down below, but you might want to size it down in this, just 1 or 2 sizes, just to make sure it's like that beautiful bodycon silhouette. But I love the fact that the neckline's like this sweetheart neckline. I find that so flattering and so easy to style. And I also didn't notice that the cuffs have this little slit, which I love because I always feel like it makes a dress look so much more expensive when it has little details like that. And I've just started out with black accessories because I feel like it kind of ties in with the black of the stripes, but if you wanted to, you could do white accessories. You could even do tan, because the black and white I think would pair really nicely with a warmer tone depending on what you were doing. But this would just be if it was like a casual lunch, casual drink, something a little bit more daytime appropriate. I think this dress would be so beautiful for that. So just make sure to size down or check the description box. I'll let you know what size I actually picked up in this, but I think if I was to return it and get 1 size down, it really would be the perfect dress on me.
Okay, moving on to another evening look. So I feel like when it comes to Valentine's, most of us will probably have something more evening to look forward to. So whether that is drinks, whether that is a meal, this I think is absolutely beautiful. And I also think this is great if it's maybe like your first time meeting the person, if you're going on a date night, you don't know them all that well and you don't really know the vibe, because I feel like an off shoulder can be so sexy while still being covered up, which is what I really like about it. Like, you've not got any cleavage showing, you're not going to be distracting them with that. It's not a short skirt, so you don't have to worry about where you're sitting, but it's still so elegant yet sexy, which is what I really like about this. Now this is actually more of like a one shoulder. I'm really interested to see what this is going to look like on, because on the model it looked beautiful, absolutely beautiful. It's kind of this asymmetric one shoulder top, and if there's one thing you know about me, I love shoulders showing, especially for an evening look. I just find it so beautiful, so sultruous, and really elegant, which is what I really like. Now I'm picturing lots of different ways that you could wear this top. For me personally, I think it would have to be with a pair of wide leg trousers. I just love wide leg trousers, especially when you cinch it in at the waist and you create that really beautiful, elegant and feminine silhouette. But there's lots of different ways that you could style this. Leather trousers would be a really nice one. Maybe leather trousers and a blazer thrown over the top if you've got a bit more of an edgy style. If you want it to style down a little bit, blue jeans would look really nice. You could also do maybe like a satin skirt, a mini skirt. There are loads of different options with this top. I feel like this is the epitome of jeans and a nice top. So again, this is the kind of thing that you could easily wear, not just for Valentine's, not just for a date night, but for drinks with the girls, for an evening meal, for anything that you have that's a little bit more elevated and maybe more of like an evening thing. This is a perfect top to add into your wardrobe, and that's what I really love about these kinds of things. Whenever I'm adding pieces in for a specific event, I always like to make sure that I can add them in and wear them not just for that event, but that I'll get the cost per wear out of them, and they will work hard in my wardrobe. You guys know I go on about that all the time, but I feel like this top is the kind that can really work hard. I can get a lot of wear out of, and I can wear to lots of different events.
Okay, this one's always going to be a little bit tricky to show you. Whenever I have tops that are asymmetric and cut out on the right, it's so hard because that's where I hold the camera. I always find if I hold the camera on my left, it's like I just seem to cover my face a bit more. I'm not as good left-handed, but look at how cute this is. I feel like it just hits at exactly the right point. It's funny because I wouldn't have thought that a little bit of armpit would be flattering, but actually it really is. It really is. It just makes your shoulder pop so much more, and I love the fact that the other's covered. I feel like it really does make it like a little bit sexy, but so elegant and elevated. So I've just paired it with the wide leg trousers. I really love how these pair together. It really gives you that feminine, cinched in silhouette, which is what I love. But as I said, leather trousers, jeans, skirts, so many options for a top like this. Now I am having a little bit of an opposite problem to the dress in the sense that it's quite tight. It's like still really nice and fitted. It's not uncomfortable, but if you're between sizes, size up in this one, size down in the dress. This is why I love doing these try-ons, because I feel like sometimes it's so hard to gauge what sizes are going to be like until you actually try them on. So make sure to size up half a size in this one if you are between sizes. But if you're like me and you're just kind of true to size, then you should be able to fit it on, because it is a stretchy material. It is just a little bit tighter in the fit, but I kind of love it for that.
Okay, next up we've got a dress that I'm not gonna lie, I'm really not vibing with. This is not how I thought this dress was going to be. It looked slightly different on the website. It looked a little bit less garish, and the material is not what I was expecting it to be. I was expecting it to be a really lovely kind of like cotton shirt dress, and it's actually more of like a viscose, very slippery material. It's not quite silky, it's not like satin, it's very odds. And the pattern, it's a bit brighter than I was expecting, but the way I was kind of envisioning this is something more of like a morning. So like when you're up and you're going for a coffee or you're going for brunch, you can pair it with a cute little pair of boots or like trainers or even ballet pumps. If you really want to bring in those spring vibes, you can wear a cute little crossbody bag, maybe a fedora hat, and it's just like a really gorgeous daytime outfit. But now that I've seen it in real life, this one might have to go back, but we'll try it on. Let me know your thoughts. You can give me your verdict whether I keep this one or return it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, now that I've got this dress on, I'm really not vibing with it. I feel like it's the material mainly, because it's obviously got the cinched in the like belt to cinch in your waist, but because the material like slips, so it doesn't like sit as nicely, and I'd want it paired with something a little bit lighter, but the white's just not really, it's not working. I think this is one it's definitely going to have to go back, unfortunately, but it was worth a try because it could have been really cute, but definitely not right for me.
I'm not gonna lie, I may have saved the best till last. This is definitely one of the most me pieces in this haul, and again, a really gorgeous date day outfit for Valentine's, which is what I really liked about this. I thought it was so gorgeous. It's this really stunning cotton shirt dress with this lovely cutout detail. Like, look at that, it's so beautiful, and this actually is a lot thicker than I was expecting it to be, so it's perfect for this time of year. I'm imagining this with a pair of knee-high boots, a little fedora, and a cute little bag in my hands, and I think this would make the perfect daytime look. So if you're going for lunch, if you're going for a wander somewhere, if you're like meeting up during the day, I think this is so beautiful because it's just really classic, really timeless. I mean, the color of it is stunning. This like neutral beige will go with everything in my wardrobe, and it also will pair really well with a coat over the top, because obviously if you're going out, you are still going to want to be wrapped up warm. So I think this would pair so nicely with a long line wool coat, and is the kind of thing that I can take with me into the spring months. I am so in love with this. I think this is a definite keep, and the kind of dress I'm going to keep in my wardrobe for a really long time.
Oh, I definitely saved one of the best till last. Look at this dress. This is just absolutely stunning. The color of it is gorgeous. I love this like stony color. Obviously it needs a little bit of a steam, but it's such a beautiful color, and it's actually a lot stiffer in the fabric. Like, it's thicker and it's stiffer, so it holds the shape really nicely. It's actually much more of a maxi than I was expecting, which I kind of love, because maxis are very in this year. Everyone is loving their maxi dresses, and I love the fact that the way that it hits the boots, it makes it look like the sock boots come really high up my leg. It makes it really elongated and makes me look taller, which you guys know I always like. So this might be my kind of like date day dress. I really love it for that. I also hadn't noticed it's got a little slit in the side, which really helps with the kind of like shape of it and the movement of the skirt. I think it's so beautiful. So all I need to do is give it a little bit of a steam, and it is the perfect number. I think it came in a couple of different colors as well, so I'll leave them linked down below if you are interested. But what a perfect transitional dress, perfect for now, but also going to be perfect for the months ahead.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, whilst I was looking at the gorgeous date night looks, I also saw a couple of pieces that definitely do not relate to Valentine's and are much more spring purchases, but I could not resist. And the first thing I think you guys are going to be so excited about, I mean, hello, Chloe dupe. Oh my word, let me take this tissue paper off. This bag I just fell in love with, absolutely fell in love with. You guys will know I have such a love affair with the H&M totes. They have so many gorgeous designs now. I've got a couple from last year that are very like Dior inspired, which I absolutely adore, and I always get so many compliments whenever I use them. People always ask me where they're from, and when I saw this I was like, this is the perfect summer version. It really is the perfect work bag. Unfortunately it doesn't do up, like there's no buttons or zippers or anything like that, but it is like the perfect size just to fit in like your laptop, your water bottle, your notepad, everything that you need for the working day. So if you're looking for a new office bag, maybe something a little bit more summery, or just something that you know you can carry all of your stuff around with you, I love this. It's like the perfect shoulder tote bag. It is just absolutely stunning. I think they brought them out in a couple of different versions as well, so I will link both down below because I think that's going to be an absolute spring staple in my wardrobe. And the other thing that I picked up, which I was kind of influenced by someone I saw online, I can't remember who it was, but she was wearing it with like a white shirt. She had this silk scarf on, a white shirt and like black leather trousers, and it just looked beautiful. And I was like, you know what, I am influenced. I really am influenced. So I picked up this from H&M. It's this really gorgeous satin scarf, and I just thought this would be such a lovely accessory. I do really love accessorizing with different things other than just like jewelry. Obviously, you know, I'm a Pandora ambassador, you know, I love my pearls and my sparkly pieces and like my rings and my bracelets, but sometimes it's nice to use something a little bit different. So I was thinking I could wear this as like more of like a neck scarf. I'm gonna have to work out how to style this up, but this could be worn as a neck scarf. I could use it as a twilly on handbags. I mean, I feel like there's lots of different options. I know a lot of girls literally will use these as tops, maybe not quite my vibe, but just as a bit of like an extra accessory to start with my outfits, with my pieces. I thought this was so beautiful, and they had them in a few different colorways. So I just got this gorgeous one. This is like a cream with black kind of stripes, so it's very totem, very designer-esque. I feel like it looks so much more expensive than it actually is, I won't lie. I don't really understand why people spend like hundreds of pounds on silk twillies at places like Hermes or anything like that, because I do find that you can get some gorgeous high street alternatives for a fraction of the price. And especially when you've like rolled it up and you're just seeing it like that, no one's gonna know if it's from H&M or Hermes. Nobody's gonna know. How will they know? So yes, so I really liked these. They had a few different colorways as well, so I'll leave those linked down below. I just thought that was another gorgeous accessory to add into my wardrobe, ready for Valentine's, ready for spring. I feel like it's just going to elevate so many outfits, so I loved it for that. Well, this could not have arrived at a better time, chatting all things date night, accessorizing and all of that jazz. If you're a long-time subscriber, you might be able to guess what's in this box. So as you guys know, I am a Pandora ambassador, and I absolutely adore being able to show you the new pieces that are coming in, what I'm styling up at the moment, and how I'm wearing them for different occasions. So of course, I placed a new order for Valentine's because I wanted to have some gorgeous new pieces in my collection that I could wear for our Valentine's weekend. So I thought that we could style up the pieces together. Oh my goodness, look how much we've got in this box. So many stunning pieces to style up and go through. You're not even ready. I'm not even ready. Now before we start, I'm just going to preface by saying, you know how much I adore my silver jewellery. So we've got all silver pieces to show you in this haul. I remember back in 2022 when I did my trends prediction video, I did say that silver jewellery was going to be one of the biggest trends of 2022, and I definitely noticed that last year. So many girls are kind of steering away from that yellow gold, and as much as I do like it, I think my favourite way of styling up my jewellery is making sure that silver is kind of like the base of the jewellery, and then I can maybe add the gold layers to it to add a little bit of a stack, a little bit of an interest, like mixing my metals. But I definitely think silver jewellery suits me best, and Pandora do the most beautiful silver jewellery, like really gorgeous, high quality but not too expensive, stunning pieces. Of course they do most of these items in gold as well, so I will leave them linked down below. But in terms of what I'm wearing, this is kind of like my everyday at the moment. I'm looking very pale, I think, because I'm right up against the window, but this is one of my favorite bracelets. I always get so many comments. I actually had at least half a dozen messages from you guys saying that you received this one for Christmas, or you requested it for Christmas, it was on your wish list, and I absolutely love it. It's one of the most affordable ones, and I really love how it looks. It almost like shines and sparkles in the daylight as well, which is what I really like. I'm usually wearing this one on this wrist, and then this wrist I kind of like to change up a little bit. So I'm loving the pearl bracelets again. You guys know how much I adore my pearls, and I've just started out with this cute little one, which is like a little infinity clasp, just easy snake chain. I've got my halo ring, which they do still do this. I absolutely adore it. It's like sparkly but not too in your face. And then on this hand I've got the brilliance ring, which is part of their diamond collection. I then have a cute little pair of studs, and of course my pearls on. So I'm just going to add the pieces to what I'm already wearing, because I do think that is one of my favorite things about when it comes to jewelry. Because I'm someone that's quite stripped back with my everyday jewelry, it means that I can really have fun with it when it comes to special occasions, date nights, Valentine's, things like that. So I can really elevate an outfit with what I'm wearing. So I think I'm going to start with some of the rings that I picked up. Now first off is this absolutely stunning rings. Now a lot of these rings are going to be statement ones, because I'm really wanting to make them like more evening rings, more kind of like accessorized, like dressed up pieces, and I just saw this and thought this was absolutely gorgeous. Now I do feel like I've kind of gotten to a point where I'm really happy with my ring stack for every day, but I definitely need some more statement pieces in my collection for the evening. And how beautiful is this? So it obviously looks like it's 3 rings in one. If you look, you can kind of see that one's higher than the other, and I just thought they were so gorgeous. What I liked about this actually as well was that it's not the shiniest silver in the world, so it just looks really, really nice. I love it as well paired with the red nails. I've still got my oxblood nails, which I think are perfect for Valentine's, and I just thought this was such a cute little addition. And actually, let me take this one off, because what I was kind of envisioning pairing it with is this, which is a really gorgeous, again, layered ring, which just stacks so nicely. I love how these two look paired together. I think they're just absolutely stunning, and as I say, they really add a little something to your outfit. They make it look so much more elevated. Like, obviously when you move your hands, they're beautiful, and because they're 1 ring in 3, I find them so much more comfortable and so much easier to wear, rather than maybe stacking up lots of different rings and trying to style them all together. I just much prefer a bit more of a statement when it comes to the evening. So I love those. I then picked up a ring that I've been eyeing up for a really, really long time. It's this knot ring. Now it looks quite similar actually. I've just taken off the halo one. They're definitely like a part of the same family, but oh my goodness, I loved this when I saw it. I just thought it was so gorgeous. It's actually a bit more 3D than I would maybe expect, but it is so beautiful. Oh my goodness, I've just noticed. It's like a heart. It's a knot heart. If that isn't perfect for Valentine's, then I don't know what is, but I just think that looks so beautiful. I really like first finger rings as well. I feel like they're so easy to wear. They're so elegant. They're so understated, yet really, really beautiful. So I wanted to add that. And then the other one that I picked up is one that I actually already have in gold, but I don't have the silver version of, and it's this ring here, which kind of just like crosses over. So it looks like, again, you've stacked multiple rings together, so it's kind of like almost looks like 3 rings in one, and I think it looks so beautiful with those. These actually might be my Valentine's jewellery. This is so beautiful. I love all of these paired together, and I really love the fact that they're all silver. I just think it looks so much more like curated and pulled together. I love mixing my metals, don't get me wrong, but maybe for a little bit more of like an elevated, elegant Valentine's look, I think that is absolutely beautiful. Then in terms of bracelets, I picked up 2 bracelets, which I feel like Pandora are quite iconic for. They have a lot of these rings, which I have quite a few in my collection, but it is their wishbone collection. So they have rings, they've got bracelets, and I believe, I'm not sure if they've got earrings actually. I think it's just maybe the rings and the bracelets, but can we just take a minute to appreciate how beautiful these I actually used to have a wishbone ring from Pandora. I don't know what happened to it, but I think it was my graduation present, because I do remember wearing it. But look how stunning they look. I'm going to take this one off actually, because I feel like it's kind of ruining the vibe, but they just sit so beautifully on your wrist. I feel like these would make really good like wedding gifts. If you're giving gifts to your bridesmaids, to a friend who's getting married, like that would be such beautiful wedding jewellery. So I got one which is just completely plain, and then one which has got the diamantes on them, which I absolutely adore. Obviously, when it comes to the wishbone like angle, you can do them up or down, but I just think they are so beautiful, especially styled together. That is another thing that I love about Pandora. It's styling up the same pieces multiple ways, multiple times. I just absolutely love it. The other bangle that I picked up from Pandora is one that I've had my eye on for a really long time. It's not a closed bangle, which is really interesting, but I really like how it looks. It's just like a little open one, so it's really easy to get on and off, and it just stacks so beautifully with anything. Really love that about the Pandora pieces. They all stack so well together. I mean, obviously I bought all of these items at completely different times, like they were completely different vibes, yet they look so beautiful paired together. So I really like that one as well. So I think that's a really gorgeous stack. And then last but not least, some earrings. Let me take out the studs actually so that I can show you these properly, because I feel like when it comes to earrings, I love how much they can just make such a statement. I think especially if you're like me and you've maybe got a little bit like, I don't want to say my hair's boring, but my hair's not a statement, you know what I mean? So it's really nice to style up earrings and things like that to make into a statement. So let me show you what these look like. They're these really gorgeous little, they're not quite closed hoops, they're actually just have like the butterfly closure behind, but these really gorgeous like double hoops. And again, these are perfect if you're like me and you only have one piercing. I feel like I'm so rare in that sense. Like most people have at least 2 to 3 piercings going up their ears, but I was never brave enough I actually, no, that's a lie. I did one time get another piercing, but it never actually healed. I got so sick of the fact that every time I knocked it, it bled again. It was like really uncomfortable and I ended up taking it out. So I literally only have one piercing in my ear, but I really love how the two hoops together kind of make it look like you've got two. But I love how they look. They are so, so beautiful. I think that's a really lovely everyday, yet could also be a really nice date night kind of jewellery piece, because they're a little bit more of a statement, but not too much of a statement. I think they would pair with pretty much any of the outfits that I showed you in this video, any of the H&M dresses. Oh my goodness, can you imagine? I can't find my ear hole. Can you imagine with the like open neck and just like loads of layered chains? It would look so beautiful. So yeah, love how those look. I think they're just such beautiful little earrings, and they're going to pair so, so nicely with some layered necklaces for Valentine's Day. But yeah, absolutely love being able to show you these pieces. So I think I'm going to leave this vlog here because there has been a lot of newness, a lot of Valentine's chats actually, but I can't believe how quickly it is rolling around. February really is going so fast. But I hope you guys enjoyed seeing all of the new in pieces. If you're new and you found me from this video, I would love it if you hit that subscribe button. I've got lots of fun things planned for the next video. I'm so excited about our little weekend trip away. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will see you in my next one, and have the loveliest evening. Bye.